What happens when an entire village turns into a single scrum, fighting over a ball that weighs 16 kilos? Once a year, the game of Lelo Burti transforms Easter Sunday in Georgia into a battle of strength, chaos, and memory. There are no referees, no fixed teams, and no clear boundaries. The entire village splits into two sides, Upper Shukhuti against Lower Shukhuti, and the streets, orchards, even gardens become the playing field. Ambulances wait on standby, roads are closed, and the match can last for hours. But how did this one-day war become a sacred tradition? The day of Lelo begins not on the street but in the church. At dawn, the village priest blesses the ball, hand-stitched leather filled with sand, sawdust, and soil. Sometimes it's even wetted with local wine, so the weight climbs to 16 kilograms, more than 30 pounds. Once blessed, the ball is carried to the village center. There, Upper Shukhuti and Lower Shukhuti gather, two halves of the same community facing off. When the elder throws the ball into the air, the village erupts. Historians trace written mentions of Lelo back to the 1800s, though oral traditions claim it is far older. Some say it began as a celebration of a victory over Ottoman forces. Others believe it was once a spring rite of strength and unity, binding the village together through a test of endurance. But whether born from battle or ritual, one truth remains. On Easter Sunday, Shukhuti becomes a living time capsule where history, religion, and raw competition collide. In Lelo Burti, the rules are almost non-existent. Striking with fists or feet is forbidden, but beyond that, anything goes. The goal is brutally simple. Carry the ball to your side stream. The distance between Upper and Lower Shukhuti is about 500 meters, yet the battle can drag on for hours. At the heart of the scrum, the ball often disappears completely. For minutes, players don't even see it. They feel it, somewhere beneath the crush of neighbors, cousins, and friends. The whole community takes part. Men fight in the scrum, women and children shout encouragement, track progress from rooftops, and ring church bells when momentum shifts. Shops close, roads shut. The match swallows the entire village. And there's a twist of meaning in the word itself. In Georgian rugby, a try is called a lelo. The chant that erupts in Tbilisi stadiums every time Georgia scores, Lelo, Lelo, was born right here in this village street. But unlike rugby, there's no whistle to end the match, and no trophy waiting for the winners. When the ball finally breaks free and splashes into the stream, the winners don't celebrate with medals or trophies. Instead, they carry the mud-soaked ball through the streets in a solemn procession. Its final destination, the village cemetery. There, the ball is laid on the grave of a respected villager who passed away that year. Victory becomes remembrance. The sport itself becomes a way to honor the dead, binding generations together through ritual. But tradition carries risks. The crush of bodies often leads to injuries. Windows break, fences collapse, and ambulances stand ready each year. Critics have called for reforms, even bans. Yet, the people of Shukhuti refuse to let it go. Today, Lelo Burti is officially recognized as part of Georgia's intangible cultural heritage. Roads close, crowds gather, and once again, Easter Sunday turns this quiet village into a living battleground of memory, faith, and pride. And here's the detail I promised if you stayed until the end. Every time Georgia's national rugby team scores, the chant you'll hear in the stadium, Lelo, Lelo, Sakatvelo, carries the sound of this village game to the world. So, where would you be on Easter Sunday? Deep in the crush, pushing for inches with your neighbors, or on a rooftop, watching the tide of bodies roll by? Tell us in the comments which moment surprised you most. If you want more stories where culture and competition collide, hit like and subscribe. Because next time, we'll explore another tradition where the line between festival and fight gets very, very thin.